Hello, beautiful people. I am Sierra, and in today's video, we're going to talk about these 4 books that I have been reading. And this is day 6, y'all. We have made it to day 6 of Bookmas. I am like having so much fun. You're gonna be able to tell how much fun I'm having because when I record these other videos, y'all, like, you're gonna be able to tell that this girl is really having some fun and being creative. Okay, so let's jump into this first book in my stack. This first book in my stack is I Surrender All. If you have been over here watching my other videos, you heard me talk about this book that I was reading it. Oh my goodness. This book, I had to slow down to talk about it, is in the process changing my life in the most beautiful way. And I say that about a couple of books. And I mean that again about this particular book. It is Priscilla Shire's book. It is inspired. If you've ever heard of the movie Forge, this book is inspired by that movie. I am grateful to have watched the movie, to have read some of her work, because this book is changing my life. Like, it is really changing my life. And it is a book that has got me back to reading the Bible faithfully. It is a book that has kept me learning how to surrender and not trying to control my life, but allowing God to not only be God of my life, but to be Lord of my life. It is helping me to be discipled and learn what that actually means for me and what God means when he says for me to be discipled. It is helping me in my heart posture. There were some very hard things that I've been through this year, and maybe again I will share these in some other type of videos, but I cannot say enough about this book. Like, it is changing my life. I can share a little bit about it with you. One of the questions in here is, how is the Lord asking you to find a balance between resting in him, trusting his work, in you, and 2, putting forth the effort to facilitate your own spiritual growth. And listen, I have I read this and made these notes on October 24th, and I am doing the things. So resting is, for me, making a home routine for myself and my family, and I am doing excellent, I would say, in that area. I actually am working on a home binder for our home. So if anyone ever, gets someone to come in and babysit or be a nanny, or just some family members come down to watch my children, then they will know how I run our home and where things are, and even what foods are in season. Like, it is a whole thing, y'all. My own spiritual growth. I feel like the Lord was telling me to begin to read John and take notes on it. And y'all, I have done that. And it is the book of John in the Bible really, really got me to see how much Jesus went through and the suffering that we get to participate in as being followers of him. And reminding myself and asking myself, when I go into circumstances, or I'm in circumstances and I'm in situations, is this worth suffering for? And that has been a common theme that has come up throughout the years, but for it to come up in my spiritual walk is something that I'm like, this is a new question and something that I'm newly thinking about. And then he told me to do a few things. And so I wrote those down on my sticky notes. And let's see. What else? Oh, and then it gives you further reading things. So like at the bottom, it tells you to read 1 Corinthians 15:58, Philippians 2:2, 12 through 16, 2 Peter 3:18. And then he also gave me a scripture to remind me of keeping my heart. That was something that was brought up. This book just really, really like helped me to drive in on my spiritual walk more, or dive in, either way you want to say it. So yes, this is book number 1. I am almost complete with this book, but this book is a book that for me, I didn't try to hurry up and finish it. I'm reading it and have read it. Like, I am here where you see the little, no, I am here in the book. So I'm on page like 161. I have to answer some questions, and then I have like maybe like 2 or 3 chapters left, but it's not about how many chapters are left. Like the thing, and then in the front, the thing I think I can say about this is I have kept all of the things that have been happening since I've been reading this book, the questions that I answered and how God has answered those prayers, and then things that have been changing, places I had to surrender, and the result of me surrendering. Like I have so much on here that I'm like, wow, wow, wow. And even now I'm reading something that I need to contact someone about, particularly because it was an instruction that was given to me to do something in my life. So yes, that is book number that is book number 1. So book number 2, we're gonna change gears. Oh my goodness, before I let go. I actually read this book and listened to it on audio, mostly audio, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna read the back because I don't know how to talk about this book without saying all the things, because this book, let's just read the back. Okay. Their love was supposed to last forever, but when life delivered blow after devastating blow, Yasmin and Josiah Wade found that love alone couldn't solve or save everything. It couldn't save their marriage. Yasmin wasn't prepared for how her life fell apart, but she's finally starting to find joy again. She and Josiah have found a new rhythm, co-parenting their 2 kids and running a thriving business together. Yet like magnets, they're always drawn back to each other. And now they're beginning to wonder if they're truly ready to let go of everything they once had. Soon, one stolen kiss leads to another, and then more. It's hot, it's illicit, it's all good until old wounds reopen. Is it too late for them to find forever, or could they even be better than the second time around? Or could they even be better the second time around? Excuse me. Y'all, Kennedy Ryan is an amazing author. First, I read this book out of order. The first book that in this series is This Is Before I Let Go. This Could Be Us, which is the book before this one in the series, and it's just so good. And once I finish this book, I'm not completely finished with this book. I have like maybe like 40 to 50 pages left. It is so good. And I had to take a pause because it is, I don't know if I can say that. I mean, you get the gist of it. They're having a second time around. You need to read the book to know what I mean by that. But they're co-parenting. Their co-parenting relationship in this book is beautiful. The children live with they're on the spectrum. And so with them being on the spectrum, there's some different things that they have to do with the children. Like there's a beautiful representation of autism in here. Black love is in here, and good communication, effective communication is in here. And then also too, there were some things that I don't have to agree with everything in the book, but there were some things that I was like, okay, can we be adults? Like, and then also reality is some adults do have ways like some of the characters had in this book. I didn't like a particular character who was in here. She felt like she was not needed, but I feel like she could have been represented by something else outside, but she was represented by a person. And what I'm saying is her character, I think, could have been represented by something else external, but she was represented as a person. You got to read the book, but it's really, really good. Like, I don't really know how to say that without saying it. Book number 3. Unfortunately, this is a book I did not enjoy. It is 3 Holidays and a Wedding. I told you I was going to talk about all the books I was reading at the end, but I realized I've already been reading books. And, y'all, I've been working on my posture and I was slumping. But anywho, 3 Holidays and a Wedding, I did not enjoy this book. I learned a lot. And because I am a joyful learner, that is inevitable for me. I learned about Hanukkah. I learned about, I'm trying to tell y'all some stuff. I learned about Hanukkah. I learned about the hijab, like that I don't want to butcher this, but that the Muslims wear or the Islams. I'm pretty sure it's that the Muslims wear. Please, excuse me if I got that wrong. But it is really, really good in the sense of telling you about different cultures. But I don't think, like I said in other videos, they didn't give me enough. And I love romance books. I love knowing what is going on with my characters. I love my characters, but the characters. I love knowing what's going on in their minds, how they're thinking. And there was some of that in here, but not enough for me to love it. Not even enough for me to enjoy it. Yeah, like the book says, it's 3 times the holiday magic, 3 times the chaos. That's really what you get in this book. Book number 4 is a book I am reading, in the process of reading. I actually started this. I had to go to the dentist the other day, and I started this, and the girl in the dentist, she was like, hey, are you enjoying it? And I was like, I mean, so far, I'm enjoying it. I'm only on like page 5. So I've already started this. I'm a little bit further than page 5 now, but I like it so far. Like, it is cute. There's an animal. My husband loves animals, and I think I am starting to gravitate towards that love as well because he loves animals. And so there's a animal in this book. It reminds me a little bit, not the writing style, but how in Abby Jimenez's books, there's a goat in one of her books, and then a goat and a dog, and it reminds me of just the animals actually being a character in books as well. I'm loving it so far. And I will tell y'all by the time we get done with these 12 days, I'll tell you about it because I should be done. But it's so cute. I can't tell you a lot because I'm not that deep into it, but I can tell you that I like it because there's dialogue. I am getting to understand the female main character, which is, I think this is her, and a little bit of, I think, the main male character. I'm not sure if he's the main male character or if he's just like a side character so far, but I am liking it. I am liking it. So you will hear about this book at the end of these 12 days. And that is it. I also have a couple of books that I want to start. I don't really want to talk about those yet, but I want to talk about what I am reading. And these are the 4 books I am reading. I am going to go over them again in case you want to pick them up for yourself. That first book is I Surrender All by Priscilla Shirer. Then we have Before I Let Go, Kennedy Ryan. The 3 Holidays and a Wedding. And I also have The Last Call at the Local. So those are the books that I am currently reading. And my Bible. And I think I'm going to share a little bit with y'all on a next video. I don't want to say which one because I don't know yet. But I think I'm going to share with y'all what I've been reading and what I feel like has been laid on my heart as I'm reading, because you'll find out when I talk about it. All right, guys, so that is it for tonight. This was a short one, particularly because I'm hungry and it's late and I want to eat. So I'm going to hop off and I'm going to go eat. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.